Alright, hey, what's going on, guys? This is the third video for radicals. So what we are going to do for this is I'm going to teach you how to multiply radicals. Now, it actually, before I show you this, let's just go back to if we multiply a 3x times a, I don't know, 7x to the third. Okay? Everyone knows the way that we do this is you multiply the number by the number, so 21. Then you multiply all the variables that are the same by each other. So x times x to the third becomes x to the fourth. We get 21 x to the fourth. Okay. Now, dealing with radicals is no different because we still multiply the outside number by the outside number. 3 times 5 is 15. Multiply the inside number by the inside number. Square root of 5 times square root of 2 is square root of 10. Okay? We're not done yet. We first need to see if we can simplify 10. The only factors of 10 are 10 and 1, no perfect square there. 5 and 2, no perfect square there. So we're simplified. Let's try another one because some people are going to get confused. So 3 square root of, I don't know, 6 times 5 square root of 2. Again, do outside by outside, so we get 15, just so I'm going to pick the same numbers. 6 times 2 is the square root of 12, okay? Now again, let's look, can we simplify this at all? And if you've been watching my videos, we know that the square root of 12 becomes the square root of 4 times 3. Bring the 4 out front because 4 is a perfect square. It's 15 times 4, radical 3. Oops, missed it. And now, sorry, I lied. Apologies. It becomes 15 times 2 because when we bring the 4 outside the square root, it becomes a 2 because the square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 15 is 30. And our final answer is 30 square root of 3. Okay? Nothing too crazy. So let's just do a little more trickier one. So we'll do 3 square root of 2 times the quantity 4 plus the square root of 5. Okay? So again, we have 3 square root of 2 times 4 plus radical 5. If you guys remember, it's your favorite D word in the dictionary, which is distribute. So we have to distribute this whole 3 radical 2 into our parentheses. Boom. Boom. Okay? So this is where a lot of kids get tricked because 3 radical 2 multiplied by 4. The outside of this one is a 4, so it's 3 times 4 is 12, and our radical 2 just stays there. Same thing, if you do 3x times a 5, you can multiply the 5 and the 3, which is 15, and the x just hangs out. Same thing like the radical 2. Since there's no radical attached to the 4 to multiply by radical 2, he just chills, he just hangs out there. Likewise, we have just a radical 5, and then this is 3 radical 2. So out here is really a 1. So 3 times 1 is 3, square root of 10, because 2 times 5 is 10. Now we look. Can we simplify radical 2? Nope. Can we simplify radical 10? Nope. So that's your final answer. Okay? On to the next one. Let's see if I can make a good one off the top of my head. Let's do 3 square root of 5 times 2 square root of 5 plus 4 square root of 7. Okay? So again, we have to distribute this whole little guy into the whole quantity. Okay, so we have to do 2 multiplications. 3 times 2 is 6. 5 times 5 is 25. 3 times 4 is 12. 5 times 7 is 35. My penmanship's getting a little off. So if we look here, we got to simplify our square roots. Square root of 25, that's a nice one because that's automatically just 5. So it becomes 6 times 5. Plus 12. Can we break down 35? Let's see. The only factors of 35 other than 35 and 1 is 7 and 5. Neither are perfect squares. So we just leave it radical 35. So we get 30 plus 12 radical 35 as our final answer. Okay, so the last and hardest one, it's really not hard. You guys just don't like multiplying a binomial by a binomial. I don't know why. I think it's fun. I enjoy it, but I'm weird. So let's take radical 5 plus 3 times 2 radical 10 minus 6. Okay. Now if you remember, when we're multiplying a binomial by a binomial, it's really just distributing the radical 5 to this parenthesis, distributing the 3 to this parenthesis. Some of you guys call it FOIL. I'm not a big fan of FOIL, but hey, whatever. So let's distribute the radical 5 into this one. Distribute the radical 5 to there. So it becomes 2 square root of 50 minus 6 radical 5. Now we got to do the 3. Distribute the 3 into there. Distribute the 3. So it's plus 6 radical 10 minus 18. Okay. So let's see. Can we break any of these down? 50 we can. We can break the square root of 50 to become 2 square root of 25 times 2 minus 6. Square root of 5 doesn't change, plus 6. Square root of 10 doesn't change, minus 18. 25 is a perfect square. You can bring it out front, so it becomes 2 times 5 square root of 2 minus 6 square root of 5 plus 6 square root of 10 minus 18. Okay, and our final simplification is 10 square root of 2 minus 6 square root of 5 plus 6 square root of 10 minus 18 for our finally lovely answer. And that's multiplying radicals in a nutshell. The thing you always want to remember is multiply. I'll go back to this one. Oh no, I'll go back to this. This one. Multiply outside by outside. 3 times 5 is 15. Insides by insides. Square root of 6. Square root of 2 is square root of 12. Make sure you simplify, or else you won't get the right answer. Sometimes you can't simplify, but sometimes you can to make your answer look nice and pretty. But all right, that's multiplying radicals. Next up, the video will be dividing radicals, which is pretty sweet. So stay tuned.